What happens when the Mashiach comes? Okay. You guys really want to sleep tonight, huh? I'm going to give you a short version of it. The prophets say in a few places that either 3 days before Mashiach comes or the day the Mashiach comes, Eliyahu Navi is going to arrive and announce the Mashiach is here, and the entire world is going to know this is Mashiach, meaning it's not going to be a debate. That's also one of the proofs that we know that he hasn't come already. Not in a version of J.C. Penney, not in a version of some rabbi, not in a version of some people that send me emails and tell me they're Mashiach, even though they're not even Jewish, and sometimes not even males. I have some woman that sends me emails, tells me she's the Mashiach. All types of crazy people. The way we are going to know the Mashiach is that the entire world, not just the Jewish people, everyone is going to know this is Mashiach. Without a doubt. There's not going to be any doubts anymore. Why? Because he's going to have a power that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to instill in him, where he's literally going to be able to change nature. Now, this may happen 3 days after Eliyahu Navi. This may happen the same day Eliyahu Navi comes. But nonetheless, he will come. Before Mashiach comes, there's going to be a war called Gog uMagog. This war is going to be an enormous war, bigger than any other war that's ever been on earth, that's going to make the Holocaust, Hashem Yerachem, look like child's play. At some point, the Ishmael, the Arabs, and the Edom, the Christians, are going to go into a war. It's going to be a world war. They're going to fight each other. A lot of people are going to die. But then they're going to decide that really the whole thing is the Jewish people's fault. So both of them are going to stop fighting each other and they're going to attack the Jewish people in Eretz Yisrael. Some say that after this, the Jewish army, the missiles, the technology, everything that they have is not even going to last a few minutes. And unfortunately, unless Hashem has some special miracles and mercy planned for us, the land is going to be taken over for 9 months. Rahman al-Itzlan. 9 months we're going to be under the control of pretty much the worst thing that's ever hit Am Yisrael. Hopefully it's less. Hopefully it doesn't even happen. But nonetheless, that's what the prophets say. Now, during this nightmare, people are going to be put to the test. The biggest test they've ever seen. Whatever they've experienced or they even heard about is going to be insignificant. And the reason why is because during this time, 2/3 of the world is going to die instantly. Some Chachamim say it's going to be done within a matter of 8 minutes. When it was written thousands of years ago, it sounded like a joke. Today, everyone knows that's not a joke because we have atomic bombs, we have biological weapons and so on, and it's very, very possible and actually easy for all of that to happen in even less time. One country presses the button, everybody else reciprocates. If Donald Trump presses the button because he got mad, or if the guy from India presses the button, or the guy from Russia presses the button, the guy from China presses the button, once one person presses the button, the other countries must retaliate with the same exact button, which means it's going to be a nuclear war. Within a matter of minutes is the end of the world. 2/3 of the world, according to the prophet Zechariah, it says it in chapter 14, 2/3 of the world is going to die. The last third are going to be people that are going to be given their last chance. Their last chance to become glued to Hashem. Their last chance, it's bothering me, my nose. Their last chance to be glued to Hashem, the last chance to do tshuva, the last chance to do everything. But also their last chance to be Reshaim. Because a certain section of those people are going to be the Erev Rav. They're going to be Jewish people. Jewish people that are going to hate the Torah, even if sometimes they're rabbis. But in reality, they hate the Torah, they hate everything it stands for, they hate the Emet, and they're going to fight the Mashiach when he arrives. Thank you, Skidam Mitzvot. It's okay. They're going to fight the Mashiach when he arrives. During this time, Mashiach is going to arrive and he's going to fight the whole world. not with weapons, not with tanks, not with missiles, with simply the word of Hashem. The last third of people that are going to survive are going to be tested, the prophet says, like a Kadosh Baruch Hu refines gold and silver. He's going to refine the remaining third. Meaning, whoever is alive is not going to have an easy time. So much so that the most righteous people that ever lived, like the Rabbi of Rabbi Akiva, Rabbi Eliezer ben Hokinos, says in the Gemara Masechet Sanhedrin, I want the Mashiach to come. I just don't want to be alive when it's happening, because of how scary it's going to be and how big the test is going to be. Now, this war is going to happen. The last third of people are going to be tested and refined. Everyone is going to choose a side. If you haven't chosen a side before that, most likely you're going to choose the bad side. If you've chosen a side that's the good one, most likely you've chosen it before it. There's not going to be that many people that are able to do tshuva during this 9 months. Not many people did tshuva inside the Holocaust. This will be worse. Now, at that moment, Mashiach arrives, everything changes. He's going to go to war with everyone. But the biggest enemy is not going to be Ishmael. It's not going to be the Arabs. It's not going to be Esav. The biggest enemy is going to be Amalek. Who's Amalek? We have a mitzvah in the Torah, limchot et Amalek, to destroy Amalek. Amalek is a certain people that HaKadosh Baruch Hu created to torture Am Yisrael throughout all of the generations. And one time we went to war with them in a desert, and Yeshua ben Nun almost beat them. Almost beat them. It was the most extraordinary war, the Midrash Me'am Loeh says. It was the most extraordinary supernatural war that's ever been. Even bigger than Gog Magog. Because it was a war of superpowers. Both sides, the Jews and Amalek, were using superpowers. The Amalek had power to know when people would die. So they would simply send the soldiers to the battle that they knew wouldn't die. So you're stabbing the guy 1,000 times and he can't die. Imagine fighting somebody like that. Superpowers. Point being, Rabotai, is Yeshua ben Nun, to the power of the Torah, almost beat them, until Hashem told Moshe, go tell Yeshua ben Nun, stop. Stop the war, I want to keep them alive. Why? Because I promise you, this will be one of the promises I'm going to fulfill when Mashiach comes, which is to destroy them myself. Destroy Amalek. So we stopped before we killed all of them. We had a couple of chances throughout history to kill them. Shaul HaMelech had a chance and he failed, and so on and so forth. But we will have to fulfill the mitzvah of destroying Amalek. Who is Amalek? Most people think that Amalek is the Nazis, or the Christians, or the Russians, or the Arabs, ISIS, and so on and so forth. Well, that could be true that parts of them are 100% Amalek, but the Zohar Kadosh says that fulfilling the mitzvah of limchot et Amalek would be destroying the Erev Rav. Who is the Erev Rav? Jews. Jews that are anti-Torah, lefty, liberal, anti-Torah people, those are going to be Amalek. And to fulfill the mitzvah of destroying Amalek at the time of Mashiach would be our job to destroy them once we know that for sure that that's who they are. That will be the last mitzvah we do to win the war. But you read in your tefillah every week, Ubal Teilim, Ubal Etzion Goel Leshave Pesha BeYaakov. The Goel, the Mashiach, is going to come to save all of those that used to be criminals. What does it mean to save all of those that used to be criminals? All of the people that didn't always keep Torah and mitzvot like they're supposed to. They were born religious, but they weren't religious enough. They were born not religious, but they became religious later on, and so on and so forth. The Mashiach will save only the Baalei Tshuva. Only the people that did Tshuva. The people that used to be criminals. Whether you were born religious or not is irrelevant. If you're doing Tshuva every day, He will save you. If you're still violating Shabbat, if you're still wasting seed, if you're still immodest, if you're still not eating kosher, if you're still not even learning Torah, you have nothing to look forward to. In fact, you should pray Tehillim every day for Mashiach not to come. Everyone that says, oh, may Mashiach come today, come today, come today, they have no idea what they're talking about. All of the sages, they were the most powerful, most beautiful people on earth, full of Kedusha, was scared and petrified of living at the days of Mashiach. But our generation that doesn't even know Aleph Bet yet, everybody says, oh, Mashiach now, Mashiach now. That simply means you have no idea what it means. Once Mashiach comes, the clock stops. No more time to do tshuva. No more time for conversion. No more time to nothing. You're finished. Whatever you are, you are. This means, Rabotai, every one of us has to start doing tshuva today. We're already late. We're already late. By doing tshuva today, we're already late. Why? We should have started 20 years ago. Because that's when the end of the days officially started. A little over 20 years ago. We're living on borrowed time. That's the truth. We are living on borrowed time. Mashiach can arrive tomorrow, he can arrive next week, he can arrive in 20 years from now. Every day that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives us is mamash a miracle. It gives us an opportunity to do tshuva. If you've done enough tshuva, you're going to celebrate with all of the righteous people at the time of Mashiach. Nothing will happen to you. Regardless of where you are in the world, you're in America, you're in Peru, you're in Israel, you're in Panama, wherever you are, if you're a kosher Jew, you have nothing to worry about. If you're not a kosher Jew, all you have is worry. Why? Because you have no chance. Shem Yerachem. Why? Because that's what David HaMelech told us. Who is my great-grandson going to save? Who's the Mashiach, the grandson of David HaMelech, going to save? He's going to save the Baalei Tshuva. He's going to save the people that fix themselves, because they used to be criminals in something. Sometimes it's a lot of crime. They didn't keep anything. Sometimes it's a few crimes. Sometimes a few bad midot. But the point is, Rabotai, is tshuva is the message that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave to every one of the prophets. Meaning, that's the purpose of your life, to do tshuva. Regardless of how you were born, regardless of what gender you are, how old you are, you have to do tshuva. Every day you can fix something. So when Mashiach comes, that's when the clock stops, and may Hashem have mercy on us when He does.